All right, let's go and get started then. It's 11 o'clock here. Well, it's pretty close. Good morning. My name's Arthur Migala. I'm professor of this 1351 course, Mathematics for Educators, Level 2. And today's meeting, I was just wanting to go over some basic parts of the class itself, communications, the syllabus, how grades are going to be calculated, what all your assignments are going to be, the final exam, uh, and how to contact our communication process. Then we'll have um, questions and answers if there are any at the end of this uh, introduction. Okay, I've been teaching this course for about 15 years now, and every semester it changes because the student base changes because of the technology changes. And although it is based on mathematics, I'm interested more so in how you teach mathematics, because doing math and teaching math are two totally different things. Uh, Everybody in the class has passed some level of math before, but the way you teach it, that's what makes it difficult. So in order to teach it, you have to really understand it, and that's what my purpose is with this course, in helping you find the easiest and best ways to teach mathematics courses. The syllabus. When you log on to eCampus, you'll see pretty much everything you need to know will be in this first tab, the syllabus and info tab. Scrolling down, you'll see the syllabus, the course calendar, the instructions for the remind, and the syllabus quiz. Remind is going to be very, 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 very important, because that's going to be our primary means of communication in this course. And we'll talk about that in a little bit itself. All right. So looking at the syllabus. If you notice in the very first part in the syllabus, you have my email, you have remind, you have Zoom, and you have phone numbers in my office. Well, right now the offices are all just now opening up, so it's virtual. Everything's gonna be virtual. Yes, you can send me emails, but I'll get those whenever I log on to my email and check my emails, and I get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day from publishers and school and other students. So that's why I'm going to use Remind as our primary means of communication. The reason I chose this is because Remind is a free app that we communicate over our cell phones. Any message you send me or I send you, it's open. Everybody can read. So in case everybody has the same question, I don't have to retype the answer 20 million times, or somebody doesn't have to answer or ask the same question 20 million times. So by now, everyone has already accessed and used that Remind app for one of the Remind quiz aspect. The Remind and syllabus quiz are only either going to be a 0 or 100. If you've done it, you made 100. If you haven't done it, you get a 0. These are graded assessments. So again, I will respond 24/7 as long as I'm awake and otherwise not previously engaged in something, like when I take my dad swimming at nighttime sometimes, or if I'm not at church or sleeping. I will respond to your questions as fast as possible. This is important because if I wait for emails, then you can send me an email at 6 o'clock. I won't get it until the next morning, and you may not get it until later on. So instead of wasting time, and we only have 5 weeks of class, that's why I strongly suggest, if you're going to send me an email or any type of communication, send it via Remind. And if we can't answer it over our cell phones, then we'll set up a Zoom meeting, and we could go through the questions you may have. I I am available to do Zoom 24/7. Again, as long as I'm awake, I have no problem. As long as a lot of y'all have jobs, if you don't get off till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, no worries. If I'm awake, I will Zoom. Last semester or 2 semesters ago, I had a student that was stuck in Africa because of the COVID, and because of the time difference, I could only communicate with that student at 3, 4 in the morning. So again, I have no problem. My time is yours. The phone numbers. Yes, I have an office number, this one here, 860-2441. But again, since the offices are not really that accessible, I do have a secondary phone. This is a phone number that I have through Google Classroom. So, and you could call, leave messages. It'll ask you to introduce yourself, and it'll send me a message. So, if you definitely are short in time and you need answers quickly, and you want to communicate, then please use that phone number there, the 863-288-51. Student hours. You notice I don't have office hours here. I have student hours because my time is yours. As long as I'm awake and not doing something else like swimming or in church or anything, I will answer your questions and I'm at your disposition 24/7. All right, this is our course, Fundamentals of Math 2. It's a 5-week long course. The certification date is today. And what that means is I have to verify that the students are in the class and doing the work, as opposed to just in the class and not doing the work and just want to get financial aid for it and to drop the class later. So this proves, this is the way the school knows that you're serious about taking the course. Last day to withdraw is the 28th of this month, because the last day of class is the 5th of October or August. So it's a pretty quick course. When contacting me with Remind or anything, make sure you put your name, when you have your name, the course number, put 1351. The section number is not really that important, but I do need to know what section number is, because that way it'll speed up what possible questions you may have, or where I can redirect you for the solutions. Course description. Again, almost all of y'all have already got online and accessed the material. That's excellent. Let me see what else here. Certification. Yeah, you have to get certified to stay in this course, because if not, they look very they get upset for that. So again, all I'm really asking for is, for the number, time is short, syllabus and remind quiz. That's all I really need, because you're supposed to complete the first section, but that's totally okay. Again, everything is due by the end of the semester. The deadline for everything, it doesn't matter what the syllabus says or anything, everything is due by the last day of the semester. I did this because, again, life happens, and a lot of students have a hard time to stay to a strict schedule. And so you can do it whenever you want to. You can finish the course this week if you want to. And okay, this is the part that a lot of people are interested in. The two quizzes we have, those are each 100 points each. If you finish those, excellent. If not, I need those ASAP. Discussion, we're not going to have it this semester in the summers, because again, it is so fast and the pace is hectic, that instead of having a discussion, since it's on the syllabus, everybody gets 100 points to begin with for that. And the discussions we have, again, are through our Remind application. We have our homework. The final average of all your homework assignments the great average that will be maximum 100 points. I will take the top 5 scores of your test grades. I'm gonna drop the lowest test grades. So you have to do it. You can't say, okay, I did 5 tests, I got 100. I'm not gonna do the last ones. No. But if you don't do a test, I will count that as one of your tests. I will drop you on your other grades. But you have to try your hardest on all of them. I'll drop the lowest ones. Also, if you notice on the homework assignments, you have infinite number of attempts at them. And for the exams, you have 3 tries at them. And each of those, you have 5 exams. I'll drop those, so you have 400 points there. And the final project will be 200 points. Those of you who've taken me last semester, you knew that the final project was the video. Take a section of the chapter of the assignments that we've covered, and create a lecture video of it. This semester is going to be a little bit different. Our final exam this time, well, I'll let you choose. If you want to do that, great. But I'm proposing on applying the Texas TEKS into our final projects so that it'll help you start getting used to doing lesson plans as well. Because that's one thing that teachers hate more than anything when they get to the classroom is having to do lesson plans. And a lot of times students do not have any practice doing that in a lot of their education courses. So that's going to be one of the things we're going to do here. So the final project I'm proposing this semester will be, depending on your grade level you're interested in, I will send everybody, I give everybody the access to the TEKS of the Texas from grades kindergarten to 8th grade. And you just pick yours and you'll see what the TEKS are. We'll cover that later on this course in about a week or so. You'll pick a topic, find out which TEKS are applicable to that topic, that project, and you'll create either a game or an activity based on that topic that you chose to talk about. So you could create an algebra game, or whatever topics we discuss in this semester. You can create a class activity, or you can create a game. Again, more information will come on that this week. But yeah, I'll try and make it so you with that game or the activity, you have to create a lesson plan, a guide sheet for that assessment, and then we'll play it, or I'll play it, and that'll be part of the grading process. The way to determine your grades, is whatever chapter you're on the, say you're on the 3rd chapter. Take all of the homework assignments. Let me show you mathematically how to do this. Let me shift over to my screen. Also, whenever you and I meet with Zoom, I will work with you over the computer this way. So let's say we have an example of, so that way I don't have to just talk to you about it. This way I could walk you through, and it's like being in the classroom. Everything you see, anybody can interact anytime you want to, exactly the same as being in the classroom. So as we go along, that's how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so for your grades, take all your homeworks that you've completed there. Zeros in any missing. You want zeros in any missing assignments. You're going to average all those. So you add them up and divide by the number of assessments you have. That's going to be your homework average. Take your exams. Exam 1, exam 2. Let's say you've done 3 exams. You have your syllabus quiz. You have your remind quiz. And you have your discussions. Add up all those. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, add up all those and divide by 7, and that's your grade. And as you go on, once say you have exam 4, then you'll divide by 8. So the only thing that'll change your numbers up until the end of the semester is the number of exams you have. So, and if that way, if you ever know what your current grade is, that's the way you can do it. Because the eCampus is only going to have what you have turned in. In other words, it won't take in consideration if you miss any homework assignments. It's not going to take those into consideration, even though they should be zeros. If you haven't done it, it's 0. So if you got them, it'll be whatever grade that is. So whatever you see on eCampus is not accurate until the very, 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 very last day when it automatically puts zeros in for any missing assignments. All right, begin my office hours, or anytime you want to meet with me, contacting me. I talked about that. So, are there any questions, issues, comments, concerns about this course? Anybody?
I don't have any, no.
Okay, so yeah, if that's it, again, you can contact me anytime, day or night you want to. I'm at your disposition. So, again, I hope. What's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Professor. Yeah, this is Amal. When I looked at the syllabus for the quiz, but it's not like the first one. It's just to answer these 3 questions and send it
Yes.
by email.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the other, yeah. But remind already, I have the app. I have to send again.
Well, okay. Yes, I'm glad you asked that. The remind, because if you were in my last class, you can use that, but it's going to make it more difficult for me because since there are new people in this course and they'll be registering with a new app, the 1351 section. So that way, because I like everybody to keep on the same app registration, because again, any questions you send me, any announcements I have, it goes to everybody. It's an open communication source. So, but if you use last semester's, then I have to keep track of 2 different messages going in and out. So, yeah, yes, we'll use a 1351 course.
It's like I have to go and log with different, send a different password, or the one that you send it to us.
Yes,
will be different, right? Okay.
Let me show you here real quick.
Okay.
Where's my computer? There's. Okay, if you go to on your syllabus, on the very top of your syllabus right here. So all you have to do is type in the @ sign, A2AEF7, and to the phone number 81010, and hit send, and that's all you have to do. The same as we did last semester.
Okay.
And for all Zoom meetings in the future, 24/7. Even that next semester and I'm always going to use this same Zoom meeting address. So let's say next semester or next year, as long as I'm teaching at Dallas College, I'm always going to be using this Zoom message thing. So
yes, I have another question about the exams, because we did the first semester. It's like we just, when we open, we will know which exams we need to do, right?
Yeah, everything. That's a very good question. Everything is set up so when you look at your assignments, my math lab. Let me see here. Okay, now when you go to my math lab, you can rearrange these. So you go to all assignments. I put everything in the order in which they're supposed to be done. So as you see here, okay, here you see.
And we required to do the homework too?
Oh yeah, the homework is important. Yes. Okay. Now you see here, you said section 9, chapter 9, section 1, media. Chapter 9, section 1, questions. So the media, they're not mandatory, but those are the videos and explanations of the topic in that section. If you get stuck, you can look at these, or if you don't need to, then you don't need it. So that's not.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Professor. But I see that I have from chapter 11. This is.
You don't see chapter 9 or 10? Do you see chapter 9? There are 3 sections in chapter 9. So yes, okay. So now Another problem that I'm experiencing with eCampus is because my media is here, it's counting it as an assignment. And so if you look at your grade and it
My
says that you're,
question was, is
I can't put it in the chat. I couldn't hear your question.
okay.
Put it in the chat. Huh, my chat is missing. There's chat, there's. Okay, we start the class from chapter 11, right? No, as we ended last semester on chapter 8. So in this class, we will start from chapter 9. Because it's whatever's on the screen, because yeah, if we only go to chapter 14. To chapters 13 and 14. So and that's the structure of the course. And again, it's all laid out. So you do each chapter, each section, and then you take the exam. You have 3 tries at the exam. And I gave you a whole bunch of minutes, a couple of hours, so don't rush yourself. And then once you finish that, then we do the project. It says 39 assignments, but again, half of those are the videos, the media, which you don't have to do. So there's about 19 of those you don't have to do. And the other ones are exams and homeworks. Yes, and it's also the homeworks. All right. So I hope. What about the TEKs? I will be sending out all of the TEKs and needed materials this week. And we'll talk about that. I'll have a video session over those as well. All right. So if you don't have any more questions, if you do have any questions, send it to me via Remind. If not, then I hope you have a very enjoyable, entertaining, and educational semester. And I'm always here for your questions and helping you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Professor, it's
Yep.
about the syllabus test and remind test. We have to do it like they have a specific time. We have to do it, right? To
No,
be enrolled.
anytime. Well, since you're in the meeting now, I just needed that to see who's active in the class. So since you're in my meeting here, anytime you're ready to send it to me, just send it to me. And they're pretty short and sweet. It's not like last semester where you had to do math problems or anything. It's this one here is just read the syllabus and send me an email and send me a remind message of the census date, the drop date, and the last day of the semester.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome. Yeah, if we go back to my campus, and we can see here in the syllabus, it says the remind instructions, the remind quiz here. After you've read the syllabus, send me an email for that. So that's the syllabus and the remind quiz. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the remind quiz is here. Send your answers to me the last day of the semester, the last day to drop the course, and when is the last day of the course. So yeah, it's pretty short and sweet. I just need to know that you're in this course and ready to go. All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.